Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will share to you my experience about the new release of Pop! OS 22.04 and why I want to try this Pop! OS, because I want to try another GNOME flavor. In the last video, I already tried the newest release of Ubuntu 22.04 LTS, and now I want to try the Pop! OS 22.04, and I think this Pop! OS is a good Linux with GNOME desktop flavor, and it's worth to try. So in this video, I will install the Pop! OS with GNOME boxes, and in this video I'm using the Fedora 35 as my host operating system. Okay everyone, let's continue. Before we continue to the installation process, let's find out first what is Pop! OS. Let's go to our web browser. In here I will search about the Pop! OS, and then I will look for info from DistroWatch 2. As you can see here, that the Pop! OS distro is developed by System76, and as you can see here, Pop! OS is based on the Ubuntu. So the next question is, what is System76? Okay, let's go to Google again. System76, and in here we can see what System76 is, and let's go to the official website of the System76. In here, in this page, you can see that there's laptop and desktop and servers and etc. So my conclusion is System76 is a company that build computer things, for example laptops, desktops, etc. and they have their own operating system called Pop! OS. I never used the System76 hardware before, so I think if we buy something from here, for example laptop or desktop, it will be bundled with this operating system, with their operating system Pop! OS. Okay, let's go to the Pop! OS. You can see here the description of Pop! OS. Okay, let's try to download. I will click this button, download. So as we can see here, there are 3 versions of Pop! OS. The first one is the Pop! OS. I will say this is the Pop! OS LTS without NVIDIA, and this is the Pop! OS LTS with NVIDIA driver, and the third version is the Pop! OS for Raspberry Pi. Okay, and I cannot see another method for downloading this Pop! OS. Actually, right now I'm expecting there's another method like torrent method, because I don't have a fast internet connection, so torrent downloading will help me to download a big file, something like ISO file. You can see here that the file is big enough for me, 2.5 GB. So when we click, for example, this version, I will use this version. So we will directly download from the server, and you can direct to which folder you want to save your ISO image. Actually, I already downloaded the ISO image of the Pop! OS here, so I will skip the download process and directly go to the installation process. Okay, let's continue to the installation process. Okay, I'm going to open my GNOME boxes, and I will add a new VM by clicking the plus button in the top left of my screen, and then I will choose operating system image file, and I will go to the place where I save my Pop! OS ISO image. This is my Pop! OS ISO image, and open it, and then wait, I will choose Ubuntu because Pop! OS is based on the Ubuntu, and then I will click next. I will check my resource allocation. I think I need to expand. I will make it 30. Okay, I think it's enough. And the memory, 2 GB, I think it's enough. Create, and the Pop! OS will start directly after we click the create button. Okay everyone, this is the first window that appear after we go into the Pop! OS. I think this is the installation page. Wait, I need to make it bigger. Is there any way to make this display bigger? Yeah, I think it's better now. And then wait. And then this is the first page that appear after we go into the Pop! OS live mode. I think before we start to install, I think we can see what kind of menu, what kind of apps that already bundled in this Pop! OS. Wait. Okay. I think we cannot close this page, this window, but we can still open these apps with settings. Okay, we can still use the Pop! OS in live mode. Wait, I will close this and start the installation. Okay, the language, I will choose English and click select. Okay, still language, United States, and then the keyboard layout, I will choose English US, select, and what is this? I will choose default. Demo mode, what is this demo mode? I don't know. Wait. Okay, when we click the demo mode, the window will be closed and we can click whatever we want. I think it's like live mode, and in Pop! OS the name is demo mode. Okay, wait, I will check the memory usage because I just set the memory to 2 gigabytes. So when I don't open any window, the memory usage is around 1.3 gigabyte. Maybe it will be different if we check this by using the EdgeStock. We will install it after we install this OS, this Pop! OS, to the hard drive. Okay. Wait, actually I don't like the dark mode. Is there any way to change the theme? I like the light mode, yes. Everything is clearer in here. Okay. So I think this GNOME flavor that used by the Pop! OS is very good. There are two buttons in here for closing the window and minimize the window. And to maximize it, we just need to double click this, what is it, the header of the window. So I think it's very good. And if we go to the application menu, there are folders in here. So the apps already organized by the Pop! OS into each folder. It's very good. The thing is, I cannot make some apps launchers to be into one folder like this. I can do this in Fedora. I think in Pop! OS we need to create a folder in here. For example, folder testing, this one still empty. and I will move, for example, this one into the testing. Okay. So the next question is how to delete this folder. I think this is for renaming. Oh yeah, that's correct. And this button is for deleting the folder. Delete. Okay. It's different with the GNOME version in Fedora. Wait, I will show you something because I'm using Fedora 35 as my host. For example, like this. So I cannot see the folder in here, the apps folder, but I can make these launchers, for example, these 3 launchers to be in a one folder like this. Okay, that's the difference, but it's okay. I like this. I like the flavor of the GNOME desktop that is used by the Pop! OS. Okay, let's continue to the installation. Okay, start again from the beginning. Select the language. Wait, still loading. Okay, English, United States. The keyboard layout will be English US and default. And then I will do the clean install. This is the hard drive. Okay, I think it is used for creating a user in the Pop! OS. Password. I will use unsecure password in here. So I will click next. Drive encryption. I will not encrypt my drive. The installation process is running now, and I will skip this installation process and jump directly after the installation process. See you in the next process. Okay everyone, the installation process is finished. I will restart the OS, the Pop! OS. I will fast forward the restart process. So after the restart, I need to log in. I think it's like the Ubuntu. I don't need to create a user after the installation. And what is this? Wait. So I need to set up the dock. I will try the no dock. So the dock in the bottom of the screen will disappear. And if I choose this option, the dock will not extend until the end of the screen. So I will choose this one because I like the extend dock, so there will be no empty space at the bottom of the screen. Okay, next, top bar. What is this? Maybe it means this bar, the one with the date and time. Wait, I will change to the right. Okay, how about left? Not good. Maybe the right position is good, but the power off button will be moved next to the date and the time. Okay, next, open and switch applications from launcher. Oh, it's like a tutorial, a simple tutorial. We will try later. And next, 4-finger swipe. I cannot do this because I'm using a desktop PC now. And this one is the appearance. At the beginning of installation, I already choose the light, but now it's reset to the dark, and then I choose the light again. It's before, and this is the after I choose the light option. Okay, next, privacy, next, time zone, Jakarta, because right now I live in Jakarta. Connect online accounts, I will skip this process. Okay, all done. So this is Pop! OS. Wait, I will make the resolution bigger. Apply. Okay. So this is the Pop! OS. Wait, I will close this. Okay, let's try the Pop! OS. We are done installing the Pop! OS, and right now we will try the Pop! OS. First of all, I want to go to the setting page, and we will see the about. I want to see what version of GNOME. We can see here that Pop! OS 22.04 use the GNOME version 42. And what else? Support. So I think it's very good because if we need a documentation of this Pop! OS, we just go to the settings and click the support menu. We can just click the documentation or join the community chat, etc. from here. It's very good. It's very helpful, I think. And then there's nothing here. Oh, okay. So from here, from this menu, we can enable or disable the automatic updates. Okay, I will choose to turn it off. Okay, and then go to the date and time format. I will choose the 24-hour format. And then default application. I think it's already good. Okay, users is the place if we want to add or remove or edit the user account in the Pop! OS. And then accessibility. Okay, as you can see here, so many things you can do. And then I will go to the mouse and touchpad. Okay, display. I will choose never, so my Pop! OS will never sleep. And then application, what is this? Okay, you can try by yourself. So I think it's very good. Desktop. Okay, so in the desktop menu, we can change the appearance here. We can change the background. We can change the dock. This one, this area. This area is the dock area. It's so complete. It's very great. We don't need to install something like GNOME shell extension like that. And then desktop option, window control. Okay, I think this button will add something like a button in here. Yeah, that's correct. I just added a maximize button here. Maximize. Okay, it's very great. It's so helpful, I think, about the settings. Okay, and then what else? I think it's enough. Okay, let's go to the show launcher. What is this? Okay, wait. Oh, I see. It's for searching application that you want to run. For example, browser. Okay. How if I type Firefox? Okay. Control+1. Oh, I see. So if I want to run the Firefox, I just type Control+1. so the Firefox will run. Okay, it's very great. I think it's very helpful. And then show workspaces. Okay, so there's a workspaces button in here on your top left of your screen, and then in your docs it has the same function. And then show applications. Okay, wait, I will minimize this window. So this is applications button, and this is applications button too. So we have two buttons in here. Okay, and then just like I said before, the apps already divided into folders like this. It's very good. Okay, and then how about the installation of the package? I will try to search from here. Software. Wait. Application. Wait, I cannot find it. I will try to search from here. Maybe in the utilities. No. In the system. Why I cannot find the software manager? What is this extension? No, I think it's not what I mean. It's not what I need. I'm sorry guys, because I never use Pop! OS, so I don't know where is it. Okay, maybe you can leave your comment how to install a package from the package manager, not from terminal. It's something like software manager. I will show you in Fedora. This one, it's like this. I don't know what is it in Pop! OS. Maybe this one, Pop Shop. Oh yeah, that's right. That's correct. I can find the package that I need from here. For example, wait, still loading. Wait, I just click the gear over here. Wait, again. Yeah, so this button will show us the repo. Flatpak. So this Pop! OS is using Flatpak, but in Ubuntu bundled with Snap Store, but Pop! OS use Flatpak. Okay, that's the difference that I just know. Okay, extra source. What is this? Okay. So we can see the repo from here. Okay, everyone, let's try to find something like VLC. Okay, so there are two VLC applications. Let's see. How do we know what repo that Pop! OS use for installing this VLC? There's no information. Usually we can scroll down and we can find information about from what repo that Linux distributions use for installing a package. But in here I cannot see this repo. It's just the same. So I cannot see from what repo that this VLC will be installed. Okay. So how do we know the repo that will be used if we want to install something? For example, this one. Okay, we can see it will be installed from Flatpak, and we can see here that we can also install this Visual Studio Code from the official repo of Pop! OS here. So we can choose here. Wait, so how about the VLC that I just find, that I just search? VLC. Wait. I cannot see what repo that will be used. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can have your own conclusion about this. So when we minimize it, the icon will have a dot under its icon, like this. It means that the window is minimized. Okay, and then let's go to the File Explorer. So the icon, as you can see here, like this. And how about the terminal? I think it's still use the GNOME terminal. Yeah, that's correct. And how about the text editor? This one. Yes, it's still use the gedit. Okay. And then how if I want to install HTOP? I never try the Debian family, so I don't know how to install from the terminal. I will try to find it in the POP store. Is it correct? It is POP store. Oh, POP shop. I mean POP shop. Okay. HTOP. Can we find it? Yes, we can find it. Okay. Install. But we don't know from what repo that this package is installed. Let's see. Can we access the HTOP? Yes, we can. We can see the HTOP from the applications launcher here. So this is the resource that Pop! OS use. Okay, I think, wait, I will close all of these window and I hope it will reduce the resource usage. Everything is in the dark mode. Can you see here? Because the color of the three number is in the dark blue. It's hard for me to see the 3 here. Yeah. Okay, as you can see here, the Pop! OS use 1.3 GB of RAM without opening any window, just the terminal only. And then, is there anything in here? Okay, no. I think this is the end of my review. So my conclusion is Pop! OS has a wonderful GNOME 42 flavor. So I think if you want to use an operating system, a Linux operating system that is bundled with GNOME 42 with good flavor, I recommend you to use this Pop! OS because for me it's very easy to use. The GNOME is very helpful. We don't need to install something like GNOME Shell extension for adding or setting the menu, for example, the docs, or adding this minimize or maximize button in each window, something like that. You can use Pop! OS. It's very helpful, very easy to use, and I think it's good distro. So thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.